Taliban. Taliban. Yeah. Jump in, that boy up to something. They just spent like 2 or 3 weeks out of the country. That boy's up to something, they just have to love it. You don't have to call her in my dance like Usher.
And we are live in the Fantasy Lounge, as always. Mikey Mack on the mic. And to the left, the commish. How you doing?
You know what? Hurt a little bit. That Buffalo trip, I'm telling you, that sucked the life out of me. But you know what? A little depressing Tuesday coming at you. Or, in some aspects, might be a little positive. Gallagher is gone. Bon voyage, Mr. Gallagher. See you out in the sea. Brand new person, brand new you. Mr. Ricardo, welcome to the league.
Welcome back.
Welcome back,
Welcome
Ricky
back,
Ricardo.
Already very interested and very involved in the league behind the scenes. Now he has the opportunity to kind of take the reins. Almost like Gallagher, the GM, being fired.
Oh, yeah.
It's bringing the new GM.
It's a mid-season transition. Let's see what happens, especially after 2 straight losses, I might add, right before he went out to sea. 2.
And I will say this, 2 different philosophies on fantasy football.
Oh,
Gallagher
absolutely.
and Ricardo. So it's going to be interesting to see the difference in Ricardo's managerial skills.
His demeanor as well. Let's see if he brings it.
Now, there's some big wins this week. Commish 3-1. How did you like watching Charles Clay in person this Sunday?
I might add Charles Clay in person. You know, pass the eye test. Absolutely pass the eye test. But he had about 3 or 4 penalties called back where he had big catches. One was a touchdown. He could add a monster week, monster plays. Great pickup for Randy, I might add. Great pickup.
Yeah, nice little
Thanks,
steal.
Ryan.
Nice little steal. Kind of went through Saturday night or Sunday morning, the trade.
It was a Saturday afternoon, right after the Dick-a-Dash Ryan participated in. Maybe a little tired, fatigue still set in on that trade.
Yeah, maybe. I didn't even think about that. But now, in the Fantasy Lounge, we always have a guest, and we're going to welcome back one of our best guests.
One of our best.
One of our best guests. You might know him as Stoops. I call him Dave.
You just call him Dave?
Call him Dave.
I call him Stupinator.
You're Oaklawn senior quarterback, Dave Stewart. Welcome back.
That's
to the lounge.
That's 2008?
11 touchdowns, 11 interceptions, no touchdowns. I wish it was the other way around.
Oh, Dave, welcome back, Dave.
How you guys doing today?
It's always a pleasure.
Feeling a little cozy now?
Yeah, had to bring the Forte jersey out because who knows how much longer I could wear it. You might be on Dallas or something next week.
Absolutely.
That's very true. Now, Dave's already been on the lounge, so we'll skip the old hot seat for this week. We're gonna go right into a little deep sleep with Dave Stillman, and Dave and Randy are gonna break down some mega sleepers to pick up on the waiver wire this week. And Dave, let's start us off with some of your guys that you like.
All right, so I got a few quarterbacks, running backs, wide receivers, tight ends. I'm gonna go through. So we're coming up on buys. You gotta pick up some guys off the waiver wire. Our waiver wire looks
pretty bare.
It's really struggling right now.
Dry as a bone.
Looks like Trotta's, let's see, a little medicine cabinet. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to find some guys to scrape up. So
keep this in mind too. The bye week's already made an impact on Ryan's team. So I mean,
Yeah.
if you're not prepared for this bye, you could be looking at an L.
So at quarterback we have Alex Smith. He's never gonna really win you a game, but he can be consistent.
Just looking for points at this point.
Got 31, a 5. That's your one stinker. A 22 and a 21. So I mean, that's pretty decent if you need a quarterback. You also have Ryan Fitzpatrick. He hasn't put up anything less than a 17. So that's if you need to plug somebody in, you could maybe pick him up. And then our boy Jay Cutler, 23 points last week. You never know what you're gonna get out of him though.
I tossed this question out a little bit. Ryan Fitzpatrick on the Jets, is he thrown to a top 5 wide receiver combo in Eric Decker and Barry Marshall?
I would say so. I mean, they've been a lot more consistent than most duos this year in the NFL.
I'd say just based on pure production this year,
Mm-hmm.
you gotta say based on pure production. But based on overall talent, I think how the end of the year is gonna play out. I don't think it's top 5 combination.
At the moment, though, they are.
At the moment, yes.
And then I got running back. There's really nothing out there. The only one that is really, kind of available to pick up is David Johnson. That'd be about it. He put up a 12, a 17, a 7, and a 16, so that's pretty decent. Better than anybody on Mike McCarthy's team, for sure, so you might want to pick him up.
Shots fired.
Then you got wide receiver. You got Mike Wallace. He had a nice game last week. Put up 22. Brandon LaFell down the line when he comes off the PUP list.
Ooh, I like that.
A little bit. Tavon Austin looks decent. you know, because I got nothing really out there.
At this time of the year, the waiver wire is, like we said, it's pretty
Pretty
pretty dead.
Yeah.
Pretty dead. So you're just looking to pick up something just to have that fantasy, let's just say that fantasy flyer that just has the 1 week where it pops off. So maybe you get in the stud starts bum of the week.
Yeah.
Another wide receiver, you got Kamar Aiken, I think his name is. He's going to be the number 1 in Baltimore now. They need some type of wide receiver. Then we go to tight ends. There's really nothing else out there except for Gary Barnidge.
Barney.
My man though, Clay Harbor found the end zone.
He did, but he's not a waiver wire pickup anymore. But
Who's got? Who's got Clay Harbor?
oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking of Clay.
Charles Clay.
Charles Clay. I'm sorry.
Clay Harbor. I played him last year a couple times. Not too bad.
Good
No,
sweet
he's
start.
athletic.
Decent spot start.
He's young.
I think it comes down to the waiver wire. It's matchups, right? You gotta go with the you gotta go you gotta go with your gut and just ride the matchup a little bit.
All
Take
right.
a shot.
Then we got defenses. We got some nice matchups. You got the New York. I can't talk either.
Jesus Christ.
New York Giants against San Francisco. You got Baltimore against Cleveland, and then you got a real surprise pick with Jacksonville against Tampa Bay. Because if anybody fucking watched that game last week, holy shit, Jameis Winston sucks. He might be like Jamarcus Russell territory if he keeps playing like how he is.
We'll see.
Then you got kickers. You know, everybody needs a kicker on their bye week. You got Carlos Santos, put up 27 points last week. And then Robbie Gould has been pretty consistent because our offense is, you know, shaky a little bit.
Shaky at best.
Any
Those are my waiver wire
any
picks.
deep sleepers for you, Ray? You want to kick the tires?
I got nothing, man, honestly, because I'm gonna give this league props because we really
Yeah, we're-
brought it this year
we're
where
on top
people
of our
are on it. There's no one out there.
No.
The cupboard is barren.
Let's
Let's just get
not
real.
say no one's out there. You could always find that hidden gem among all the trash.
You never know, one injury away from being a starter, you know, so.
A little Willie Snead action. He's passed the eye test for me.
Yeah.
Especially if Brees coming back looking good. Cooks, he should be in my bum of the week, but he's not. But he's very well on his way too. But I like little Willie Snead as a receiver.
I agree. He's been decent.
Yeah, I would
consistent.
love to see you start Willie Snead.
It might happen this week.
It
It might.
possibly
Don't.
will.
Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah, we'll see. All right. Well, hey, thanks for the sleeper knowledge.
No
Take
problem,
is
guys.
coming right
Yeah.
off the cusp.
No, that's what I do, ad drops.
Head drops.
Yeah, head drop king,
It's
right.
my transition king. There's one.
I think you still have the most transactions
Oh,
at 20.
I think I'm like
No.
5 or 6 ahead of
Yeah.
everybody else.
But
I like to, you know, add somebody 20 minutes later when I'm stoned. So it just happens sometimes.
One there.
okay. Kane doesn't like the marijuana talk.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's called
That's
that.
right. He's like a police dog almost.
We're talking week 4. One of the new segments, segment that people really enjoyed, that little bum stud start of the week.
It's always a good one.
And I had to say this week, you know, the score is definitely not as high as week 3, but there were definitely still some individuals that really impressed me, and there's also some individuals that were absolute garbage. And that's why they are the bum of the week. So, Dave, who is your bum of the week?
I wasn't even prepared for this. Probably going to have to go with my own guy, Mike Evans. Once again,
Bum of the year
this
candidate.
fucking failed me. Got a big old 6 last week. I don't know what, you know, well, with Jameis Winston, it doesn't really help him too much. And then you got Vincent Jackson. So it's like 1 week one guy does good, 1 week the other guy does good, and he was just garbage for me.
I can tell you my bum of the week. I've been calling it the old fancy whack-a-mole. Torrey Smith put up a fat 0. How many times have we said this week? He goes off, puts up a 31 game, and then puts up a 0 the next. like. It's one of those guys you have to start him next week because he's going to go off, but the week after you got to sit him. And maybe the teams are game planning for Torrey Smith the week after a big game.
I feel like that, yeah, you know, you get that one big game, then they cover him, and then they forget about him because he puts up that.
It's like an
that
Allen
hot
Robinson,
0.
but not as bad as Torrey Smith put up a 0. Then that just sums up McCarthy's team pretty much. Now let's move on.
Whoa,
Whoa, hold on. We didn't get the.
All right, now,
The
even though I'm
man's,
playing
pick,
some dog here, I still have my bum of the week, and it's a combo this week. I love doing a little double team action. I'm calling out Mike McCarthy's running backs, Eddie Lacy, C.J. Anderson, combined for 4 weeks, 65 fantasy points. That's on average about 17 fantasy points from your starting running backs a week. Now, not to mention
That's the first 2 draft picks.
picks
isn't it?
1 and 2 giving you absolutely nothing. Is Eddie Lacy,
That's
is
fine.
C.J. Anderson going to step up their game? I don't know.
I don't see
C.J. Anderson, no. Eddie Lacy did the same thing for me
Eddie
the
Lacy
first
will-
4 weeks last
No,
year.
yeah,
and
Eddie
he
Lacy
turned out
won't
to
be
be a
good.
top 5 running back. So don't count on Eddie Lacy. He did the exact same thing last year. Eddie Lacy will start stepping up. But C.J. Anderson.
C.J. Anderson's
Jesus
garbage.
Christ.
They're probably looking for Monty Ball to come back and maybe
Oh my
tilt the
God.
rock a little bit.
And Trent Richardson. If Ronnie Hillman is not the starter this week, I don't know what's going on.
On Mikey Mack's team, by the way, Ronnie Hillman.
They did say it's going to be a 50-50 split, but I could see that
He's so
turning
much
into
better
a
than CJ.
70-30 split real quick.
I hope so. For my case, anyway. For every bum there is in our league, there's always that stud that just wins you a game. So, Randy, why don't you take away with your stud of the week?
Stud. You know what? I'm going to say it because I don't know if it's ever going to happen again. Devontae Freeman probably had the best 2 weeks at running back in fantasy history. Put up another 37.5.
He's
Mother of God, thank you for winning me another game. If I told you I was going to start, I'm just going to throw this out there. If I told you I'm going to start Devontae Freeman 2 weeks in a row, not a spot start at the beginning of the season, I thought I would have said that I'm in. That's
You're in trouble.
Lewis
You're
Waters.
in trouble, yeah.
Lewis Waters this year. But Jesus, it was probably one of the best starts I've ever had. Best fantasy pickups I've ever had.
All right. Well, I'm going to have to give it to, even though I hate to fucking say this, but Waldo with your goddamn Allen Hearns start.
stud.
Getting, what did you get last week? A 28. That's huge out of Allen Hearns. So that's a pretty decent start out of Waldo.
I love me some Allen Hearns. I'm gonna have to go with my stud of the week. A little Drew Brees.
Whoa!
A little,
Hey,
How do you not
that
gonna
last
start Drew
touchdown,
Brees?
man.
a little Drew Brees. No, just for hear me out. People were
I was scared.
He's done. Drew Brees can't throw anymore. That injury's more serious. He comes out and he plays, and what does he do? Goes for 360 yards and 2 touchdowns. I think he had 7 incompletions. The man looked great. I know, granted, the velocity might not be there right now,
It was just accurate.
but my goodness, he was putting the rock in the chest, and that's what I'm looking for, and that's what I need. Right? My team on average has the lowest fantasy points for a quarterback through 3 weeks. Drew Brees stepping up his game helps me. Now, those are the studs of the week. Now, we're talking start of the week. The play that is a sneaky play that puts you over the top in the league. You had a choice between one or the other, and you made the right choice. So, Stu, start of the week for you.
I have no idea.
I'm gonna go. I can take it over for you, Dave, since you didn't come
I
prepared.
didn't.
I gotta go with Andy. Little Blake Bortles action.
Like Mortals,
Who
man.
would have thought that Andy would be starting Blake Bortles, especially after panic mode must have set in Sunday morning when he saw Andrew Luck was not going to play. But Blake Bortles little spot start gave him solid points. What a great week for Blake Bortles. And Andy's come out and got him in the win column.
I don't know if it's so much a good spot start, but just a good start in general. Vincent Jackson for Wasim, putting up a 30. Like, once again, killing Mike Evans' value. I fucking hate him. But Vincent Jackson had a little nice game there.
Okay, now we already touched on Waldo's team with the Allen Hearns pickup. I'm going to have to go back to Simo's team. I'm going to say Terrence Williams, after putting up a fat goose egg
Asshole.
week 3,
Fucking hate
comes
him.
back. Simo has the cojones to start him. He gets him that 13, and if he starts Robert Woods, he loses this game.
Yes, he does.
Wow.
And so that was a choice that he made, and that's a big time start. I think he still would have won the game, but it would have been really
It
close.
would have been 2 points.
2 points, but still, hey, every point matters, right? You never know. But that's a nice start. Terrence Williams coming off a goose egg, gets you in the end zone. Simo gets Simo on the board.
Yeah, he used to be on my bench. Got me that fat 0 the week before.
Okay,
Fucking asshole.
that's the all right. You bitter much? Or what?
No, he's garbage. I mean, if he didn't get that touchdown, he would have been,
Yeah.
6 poins?
Still got it.
I know he did, but
So that was
not too concerned.
the bum stud start of the week for week 4. Now,
Fucking dog.
if we're talking breaking down matchups for week 5.
Oh, week 5, big
Now,
one.
real quick, going into week 5, only one 4-0 team, and I'm talking to you. And no team now is, goose egg in the win column. Simo got on the board. We have a lot of 1 and 3 teams, a lot of 2 and 2 teams, and of course, me, myself, the 4-0 team. And so week 5,
And Randy's 3-1.
Randy's 3-1. And week 5, a lot of big matchups. Let's kick it off. Let's kick the tires on a good old Mr. Hansen versus Ryan, actually. Who do you like week 5?
There I have Ryan because he's getting Tom Brady and Edelman back. And Randy's still starting Sam Bradford. I know he had nice games, but you can still never count on him too much. And
He did have 2 solid 2 weeks in a row, I might add.
he did. And I
back.
don't know if I'm going to go with Freeman again for the next week. I mean, that's tough to keep putting up that production.
No, I'm gonna have to agree with Dave on this. AJ Green, first of all, is not popping off again, and Devontae Freeman's not giving Randy what he needs to get. Sam Bradford against New Orleans at home. I don't know. I don't buy Sam Bradford. I kind of like. I like Ryan's matchup, especially with Brady at Dallas. I'm gonna have to go with Ryan gets back to 3-2.
Yeah, I'm going with Ryan with a win too. I just like that. I'm thinking of starting Gurley this week, especially with Lamar Miller and Johnson Street on a bye,
And just being garbage in general.
and just being my running backs kind of being a little iffy
I
at
don't
this
know.
point.
I don't think
But
Gurley's
Free-
iffy, though.
Freeman and Gurley versus Charles and Ingram. It comes down to Brady versus Bradford for me. I think Ryan's gonna get the W.
Charles and Ingram are 2 top 5 backs this year. So.
Charles Clay could have a big benefit playing against Zach Ertz if he started.
No, he's back to Delaney Walker. But Delaney Walker could be a solid tight end to start.
I know Ryan likes him a lot.
He gets like
Bulls just
10 to
tipped
12 points.
I'm excited. The Bulls just tipped off. I watched it. First preseason game. Let's go. But I digress. Now let's talk Dave Steuben matchup. We got Dave Stubes against a Channel team who gets Gronk back off a bye, looking to make some noise. Not to mention Aaron Foster probably will start for him again. Who do you like, Dave, in your own matchup?
I am absolutely hating my team this week. My wide receivers are just, they fucking suck.
That's exactly what I wrote.
Yeah, they're struggling. Mike Evans is my number 1 this week, and who fucking knows what he's going to put up. If I don't get anyone in the waiver wire, Anquan Bolden is going to have to start, and that's real ouch. I don't know. I might have to pick up like Eddie Royal or something if he's not there. And I really like Martavis Bryant coming back for Channel, and then you get
Really
Gronkowski
coming
back.
back?
They don't. I mean, if he gets a 60-yard bomb, that's
Yeah, but you also
9
like
points,
Vic
10
throwing
points.
the ball.
You throw the deep ball. That's what he's known for.
I also like Channel's team. I think hands down, Channel's team is the best 1-3 team in our league. It's not even close. I think he's getting healthy at the right time. I think he's going to make a run, actually, at the division title. Even though he's 3 games back already, for me, I still like Channel's team. I think he's dangerous.
It's a real competitive year. There's a
The
lot
only,
to
thing,
it.
the only thing that really concerns me is on fantasy right now they got Foster projected at 19.52.
That's
What?
a little
Get out of here.
generous.
They said no pitch count. He's ready to go.
Yeah, but just
Yeah, but
relax.
I don't believe it.
Projected at 20 pretty much. No, like Le'Veon Bell's.
Le'Veon
projected-
Bell's not even projected at.
Yeah, no, actually Le'Veon is.
He's a
projected
19.
19.
But still, I mean, you're going to tell me that Le'Veon's going to be just as good as Foster? I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
don't know. Like, have you seen anything that's been that drastic where you think
No.
Arian Foster's going to come back that good? So, we're to play to see. I hope he does. Just
Yeah.
for the league's sake, get a little competitiveness.
He does catch the
obviously.
ball well, though.
So, but I'm taking Channel for the dub. Big week for Channel.
Be back
2 and
down to
3.
2 and 3 for me.
Battling to get back to 500.
Now, if we turn our attention to 2 teams that are 1-3, now, honestly, might be going in the wrong direction. SEMO with a dub last week. Lewis hurting hard.
Go ahead, Lewis.
Both desperately need a win. I don't know if Lewis can handle another loss right now. Like, he needs this win. He's right now starting Andy Dalton against Seattle. I mean, what are your predictions for this game?
I don't know what you're doing this year, Lewis. It's just been like you're making moves and stuff and starting guys that I don't know what. I have no idea what you're doing, but yeah, you're probably gonna get beat this week, even though.
Yeah, Dalton versus Seattle.
I mean, Dalton's been having a nice year, but I don't see him doing that great this week. And then wide receivers are really struggling. Forte is probably like all you got. Williams has a concussion. We don't even know if he's going to play. You might want to pick up Boom Heron. They just signed him today.
A little boom action.
He could get a sneaky start. And then Martellus Bennett is pretty much your whole team.
Yeah, I mean, SEMO, all of a sudden, maybe with 2 wins in a row, looking decent. He like Rivers Monday night against Pittsburgh. Not too bad.
Woodhead's been decent.
Woodhead's been great. And I'm gonna put a little SEMO in the doghouse. I told him on Sunday, hey, start Woodhead over DeMarco Murray. Did not listen. Did not come back to bite him. But Woodhead put up a 17 last
He's
week.
been consistent.
Okay.
Consistent all year.
I do also like SEMO this year. Travis Kelce, are you gonna get your shit together after that
That
week?
1 week, yeah.
After that big week 1, all of a sudden, where you been? Let's get it.
He's been a decent play, but he's not,
I'm calling you out, Travis
he's
Kelce.
the number 2 tight end in the league, though, like he thought he was going to be.
Decent matchup against the Bears. We all know it. Jimmy Graham went off against the Bears.
Yeah, we
I
have a
can see-
tough time, and we just signed a new safety off the street, so that could be a rough matchup for us.
Now, arguably, the hottest team in our league, next to maybe the commish over here, Waldo. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Who would have saw it? If you would have told me
Waldo.
without his first, second, and fourth round picks that he's sitting 3-1 going into week 5, I would have said you're an idiot.
I would have asked who bailed him out. Oh, we all know the answer to that question.
Yeah.
Now, the big thing though, Cam Newton, which has been very nice
Makes him
play.
better
for him.
than fucking Patrick Kane. That's for
Mm.
sure. Jesus.
It's a little touchy subject.
Great,
Woo!
man.
You know, Cam Newton on a bye, so who's he going to go to for quarterback?
Well, he's got somebody on the bench, right?
No, he does
No,
not.
he's got nobody on the bench.
He's going to have to drop one of those receivers.
Gonna have to go with
I'll have to pick one of them up.
Oh,
Jay Cutler, maybe. I don't know. That might
No,
be
he's
a
got two
decent.
kickers though.
That might be a decent start. You know, Jay Cutler against Kansas City.
That is a good start.
Kansas City can't stop anybody.
yeah.
No.
They'll turn on against the Bears. I can tell you that.
Hey man, we gotta have a little bit more faith. We finally got to fucking win. So.
That's stupid. That's a good number 1 draft pick.
I will say this: Andy's team on the ups a little bit. 2 straight wins, 2-2, looking to make a run in the Little Lebowski Urban Achiever League, which is my division. Andrew Luck, hopefully healthy against a terrible, terrible Texans team. I think it's going to be a close matchup. Maybe.
I think Mac wins Andy this game. He stays high
I don't
against the
know.
Bears.
I think Waldo's gonna pull this one out again.
I don't know. I like Andy going to 3-2. Let's go, Beansy. Maybe this will get your fire back.
I do like the 2-2 though. I mean, that's nice 2 wins in a row by Andy. That was
Much needed.
He was struggling for a little bit.
Finally, the new manager, first game, Ricardo against all of a sudden
Ricky.
going against the late team that's all of a sudden looking really, really old again.
Yeah.
Right? They started off week 1 looking ancient. All of a sudden they got the
They went from real high. Now they're coming.
they were
down.
hanging out with
They don't-
Ponce de Leon, getting that fountain of youth, and all of a sudden
Who the fuck? Who did you?
he's looking for Ponce de Leon.
Yeah, found youth.
Found
That
youth.
was a reach.
He didn't find it, but
Reach.
and all of a sudden they're looking really old again.
Crickets.
Let's see. Who do you like this week? Peyton. What are you getting from Peyton this week?
Payne's been consistent. I mean,
He had a bad week this week.
what do you put?
Gallagher needs a tight end right
I think
now.
it's
That's
10.
that's
Put
the
up a 10.
question.
Playing against
Gallagher.
Oakland. Oakland can't really stop anybody.
Hey, Oakland could get after the pass for a little bit.
Is,
A little bit.
Is Jeffrey going to be healthy?
I think he is this week.
Yeah.
I think they need him to be. I think they can. The Bears possibly win this week. So I think Jeffrey does play.
I don't know. If he plays, I think he's still going to be on like a little bit of a snap count though. You can't just bring him back and expect him to be your number 1 again.
I'm interested to see St. Louis's pass rush against Aaron Rodgers. I will say this: San Francisco got after Rodgers a little bit, and hands down, St. Louis' front 4 are way better than San Francisco's.
Way
So-
better.
So we'll see how that turns out. That could affect Rodgers' game a little bit.
I'm not feeling Ricardo's running backs this week. Hyde, after the first week, just totally left the scene.
The 3
pretty
last
much.
week.
And then TJ Yeldon, I don't think he's got over a 10 yet.
Yeldon.
He was
He put
close,
up a 12
maybe.
last week.
Okay,
Yeldon
12.
had a nice week. He looked good, passed the eye test for me, but we'll see. Let's hold
But
on.
also, Lane's running backs aren't too great either with Gore and Jennings. Although both of them had nice weeks last week,
Oh,
but you
AP's
never
on
know.
bye, that's big.
Yeah.
And then we'll see about Gore again. Like 1 week he looks 25, next week he looks 45.
Yeah.
So
And then Jennings, you never know with him.
you never know. So those are our week 5 predictions. Now, being that week 4 has come and gone, we are a fourth of the way through the fantasy season.
Should I do my
We didn't talk about your team or
Oh, we did not.
Marty's.
Oh, we did
Oh,
not.
we-
How
we're missing.
Convenient.
Wow.
How convenient.
Okay, let's talk
We're a
about
little
it real
off
quick.
today, guys. A little off.
Let's
I
talk
say
about
Gallagher wins that last matchup. Thanks for asking, by the way.
it.
Really off this week. Shit.
This podcast is good. Downhill from about week 1. All right, let's break down Toronto, Mr. McCarthy
The
matchup.
Mike versus Mike
Mike
matchup
versus Mike.
in the
The
morning.
battle of the 4-0 versus the 1-3. This is huge.
Oh,
I think
man.
possibly might go 5-0. Mike's gonna bet against himself because he never
Because
likes
he
to-
always does.
Because
He's
because
just a nice guy, I
Yeah.
guess.
No, he's a sucker, and he just sits there. He doesn't want to jinx himself.
Okay.
All I gotta say though is this week is, did we make a mistake kicking Eric out of our league?
Oh, it's too soon.
It's too soon.
Too soon. That's
Um,
wait. Who you got this week, Mister?
I will say this. All right, McCarthy's team just on the verge of breaking out.
Really?
I like, you know what? I think C.J. Anderson has a better game this week against Oakland.
Would
you
you stop-
honestly think he's going
Would
to
you
have a
stop
good week?
last full
Come
enough?
on,
He has
man.
a better
Stop.
week. Palmer against Detroit.
I like that.
Could be
I like that.
we'll see. Detroit's defense looked decent against Seattle, but Seattle again, whatever.
Their offensive line goes.
We'll say this. Can I get some production out of my receivers? I spent my top 3 picks, and granted, ODB's been good. Demarius
Come
Thomas
on.
been
They
good.
both have been good. They're consistent.
ODB's had 2 games under 10 points.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Cooks has been absolute no-show.
Now he's been garbage, yeah.
Like, let's get it together. Now, everybody knocks on my team about how, the matchups are easy, whatever. But I'm doing enough to get the dubs.
That's all you need.
At the same time, I'm not getting any production. I wasn't getting any production on my quarterback. I'm running back by committee. I'm out here just making moves, right? So eventually my team's going to start putting them together.
No.
Get Deion Lewis
You know
back
what?
this week,
If
too,
you
so-
want to say something like that about stats about
And I
just
get
winning,
Deion Lewis
I'm
back.
just gonna give you straight stats. All
I
right.
like that. Chris Ivory started the week,
I really
That's
like Chris Ivory. He looks like Marshawn Lynch of last
but
year.
Ivory's on bye this week.
Yeah, I know. It's. But
All right,
nice game
I just
Ivory.
want to give you some instant stats. Why Mike Trout? Let's break down why Mike Trout is 4-0. All right, probably the best start of your entire fantasy career, I might add.
I'm on cloud 9.
Points against, he's given up 395. The next person in our league is 476.
But that doesn't matter. It's not,
Points
he doesn't,
against.
He doesn't pick his.
Yeah, points scored.
I'm top 6 point scorer.
You're 505.
I'm top 6 point scorer.
All we ask you to do every week is win, and that's what he's doing.
I'm
so.
just playing the hand that's dealt. And I will say this. My team is getting ready to pop off. I'm just waiting for Damaris and ODB to have those big games. Okay? So enough about my team.
No, you're actually 7th. Just to let you know.
That's fine.
Behind Matt Channel.
Okay.
Number 6.
That's what I'm scared of.
Whatever. That's.
I just want to throw that out. So yes, you play teams at the right time. Hopefully, it doesn't figure out the rest of that. And there's a Doug McDermott sighting, ladies and gentlemen. He's on the court.
Woo! Dougie McBucket.
Didn't even notice him. All right, let's continue.
Okay. So, like I said, what I was going to transition into.
Who do you got to win this week?
Yeah, you never said it.
We'll see.
No, shut
No,
up. No,
damn it.
pick a team.
It depends. It depends who I get. I'm going to need a
No,
tight end.
pick
and
a team.
I gotta see who I
Pick a
get a tight
team.
end.
Pick a
The
team.
waiver wire is really gonna
No, pick a
make a
team.
difference.
If I don't
Pick
get
a team.
listen.
You or McCarthy, pick.
If I don't get the tight end I want, I'm going to McCarthy.
What's the tight end you
I'm
want?
not going to say that.
Gary Barnidge.
Gary Barnidge.
A little Clay Harvard.
Oh, Gary Barnidge.
No, Gary Barnidge.
Okay.
And I got Trout to go 5-0.
Shut
I
up.
hope it's a kiss of death. Yeah.
5
Continue. Let's go on to Lakin Gallagher.
No, so we're 4 weeks done with the season, and we're exactly a quarter of the way done with our fantasy league. Time flies when you're having fun.
Well, no, it's more than a quarter, right?
16 weeks, right, in fantasy?
No, we don't call it 6.
No, it's
Oh,
fucking-
it's 15 weeks.
No,
15
a
weeks.
little over.
I don't know. It's maybe 16 weeks.
About 28%. All right, Dave. So,
That's a lot of
Thanks,
math.
Steve.
That's a lot of math for Dave.
so
It is.
we're gonna give you our power rankings going into week 5. Let's start with the bottom of the barrel. Who do you think's winning the Teats right now? If you had to pick,
I think it's an old race for the teats, and it's got to be between Lewis and McCarthy.
Yes.
The old lineman of the old little Spartans.
100% agree.
Battle it out, you two, because you guys are kicking the bottom, digging for oysters.
I'm going to have to go with Lewis, though, as the worst team right now.
Lewis's team's up there. Yeah,
Maybe
right.
my 12th spot.
Right now it's Lewis McCarthy's team nipping at his heels. I'll tell you that.
Mm-hmm.
You could throw Simo's team in there too. I mean,
Yeah. No, I think Simo's got some upside, though.
Yeah.
I would go Lewis, Mike, and then Simo for my first three.
I've seen one
And
number
then probably
10.
me following.
Yeah.
that.
And I do have David number 9.
Yeah.
yeah, Dave. I don't know if I'm gonna give you number 9 right now. I think Andy's team could also be number 9.
Yeah,
I think you guys are 9 and 8. 9 and 8.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, we could mix them up and be okay with that.
I got number 8. I got Matthew M. Channel
Okay.
at number 8.
See, I like Channel 7. His team's got some firepower, especially Watkins coming back again.
Yeah.
I like Channel's team. AP Latavius, not AP. Arian Latavius could be.
Could be decent. He's got upside for sure, and with the competitiveness in this league, with everybody almost being 2-2, him being 1-3, he can make a run.
Yeah,
There's
and
no
he's got
reason
the
why he
points.
still couldn't make the playoffs.
He had the points to do that.
So he's we got him at 7.
7
I
on the
got
fringe.
Channel at 8. And then Lath I have 7.
Yeah, Lath and Ryan right now on the fringe of the playoffs for me. I know.
think Lath is trending downward though with that old team, but he still can put up. I don't know. He puts up points, so
Yeah, he does. It's just his team is just so old.
Can they continue that through the length of a season, being that they're
Brutal.
on the other side of 30, his entire team?
That's- yeah.
His entire team. And I'm telling you right now, Ryan's team right now,
I don't know what you're doing to yourself, Ryan.
trending down
I
right
hope-
now.
You got a nice starting lineup this week, but I don't know why you keep giving up all your depth. Just hold on to your players, man. I mean, that Todd Gurley trade, you just gave Randy a starting running back, and he popped off last week.
So,
As much as I like to say.
no, so I think Channel, Lath, Ryan, all in the fringe, 7-6-5. Going to the top 4. Here's where the race gets a little interesting.
Yeah.
Well, I got. Just want to add, I got Andy at 5. Just throwing some love to Andy.
Oh,
Andy's starting to pay more attention. I'm feeling Andy's team,
I feel bad.
especially Andy's 2-2. I might add with pretty much a non-existent Andrew Luck.
That and no running backs, really. They just...
And he's 2-2. So I'm just saying, watch out for Andy. I think there's big things coming.
I think
for him.
at 4...
And there's a Barstow sighting as well.
I think at 4, I like the Jew and Ricky. They got a nice team, and they put up some nice numbers.
As long as
3-1
you're
right now. I'm
Rodgers,
just
you're a
gonna...
top 4 team.
And I will say this: these guys are talking every single minute of the day. They know
Yeah.
exactly what they want to do. They're very in sync.
And do they ever protect our country? That's both of them. I just don't know.
I think it's finally Jew's turn to protect the country.
You know what's interesting though, Ricardo and the time zone thing. Like he's like almost like a day ahead of us.
Yeah, he picked up. I was gonna pick up the guy from Tennessee last week, and you picked him up on a bye. I was gonna wait. That was a good pickup. Andrews, running back.
Yeah.
He might actually be their starter. So I give you that one, Ricky.
But I mean, the time zone might play a factor. I mean, I like Ricardo. I like Ricardo as a manager. I think he's gonna do some big things. I think they're right up there. Now,
Yeah. Just because the record 2-3-1.
if we're talking top 3 seeds, I hate to do this to me. I hate to do this to myself. Right now, I'm putting myself at 3. Right.
Oh my.
No.
And here's the thing. Here's the thing. Right now, my team's just not scoring. I have been lucky with some of the teams I played. My team's got to score a little bit. I'm not as confident in my firepower, in the ammunition I got in the whole stick. Right.
I'd probably be okay with you at 3. I would say you're third, but you have a nice team that could score a lot more points. So.
Who do you like at 3?
With 3, I got Waldo. You know what? If we've been preaching about Waldo, he did not panic one bit when the injury bug bit him hard.
No, he just made some.
He sat back
fucking
and made
good
good
trades.
moves. He made some great moves.
See, with me, I like Waldo number 2, and I'll tell you what, he is probably the deepest set of receivers. Not to mention, all right, he gets Hopkins, who's number 1.
Keenan
Keenan
Allen.
Allen has been really good.
And both the receivers just went out. Steve Johnson's got a hamstring, and Malcolm Floyd, who's been around there forever, I think he's injured too. So that's just more passing yards and catches. for
Not
him.
to mention a little Leonard Hankerson.
Hmm.
I love that in the bench. Alan Hearns, who I've always liked. I wanted to play him in FanDuels 2 weeks ago. Dave talked me out of it. And also, too, a little Ty Montgomery. With Devontae Adams,
You never know.
if he's still getting hurt,
Could be a flash in the pan.
Montgomery could be a nice little play. Shout out to the depth of Waldo's receivers. Jeremy Hill, 3 touchdowns last week. Why not? Right?
Hearns not under a 9 this year.
Eating good.
Over 9 every week this year for Hearns.
Oh, man. And Des Bryant could be back after week 6.
I picked up Hearns and dropped him too.
I've been trying to rape Waldo for Hearns today, but he wasn't giving it up.
I had Leonard Hankerson. I dropped him. Pissed. Okay. I hate to do this. I absolutely hate to do this because I cannot stand the man to the left. But I think right now in the power rankings, my number 1 spot is the Commissioner Randy Hansen, and I'll tell you why.
Yeah, me too.
Todd Gurley could be the key to everything. I watched. He passed the eye test on Sunday.
Well, we all know he's a stud. He just needed to get healthy. And
He passed the eye test. Not to mention Devontae Freeman. Hello.
yeah, I don't think Coleman's gonna. He might get a few carries when he comes back, but Freeman has showed that he's the number 1 back end for sure.
AJ Green, top 5 receiver.
Yep.
Antonio Brown might be the best receiver.
Once Ben Roethlisberger gets back, he's good again.
Charles Clay might be a top 3 tight end once all said and done.
Hey, you never know.
Can I also add that
Denver D.
Denver D,
Denver D.
stud.
and
Because Cazzano, right? Yeah.
Castanos too. And
Don't count out kickers, man.
They make it. They make it.
Look at Gostowski for
and
Waldo.
Deshaun Jackson got thrown into the end of that trade.
nice
It could
little flyer.
be huge flyer for potential
Now, does
back
that-
down the road to solidify Pierre Garçon.
I was gonna say, does that hurt his value Pierre
I think
Garçon,
it
or-
hurts him tremendously. But
You think so?
I think Deshaun Jackson is better than Pierre Garçon.
Ooh.
I don't know. I think Deshaun's more of that
Deep threat.
3 catches for 90 yards and a touchdown, where Pierre Garçon will get you like 6 to 7 catches a week. So
70.
he might have weeks that he has better games, but I think Garçon's more consistent.
Man, it's just your team right now is hands down the most loaded,
Yeah.
and I hate to do it, but I think you have right now shaping up the best team in the league.
God damn it.
I still got Trout at number 1, and the reason is because he's undefeated. And until you beat, you're
True.
still number 1. So he's going to be
I didn't
head of
think
my
about
power
that.
rankings. Got myself in second there.
Okay.
Toronto, you do have a nice little team.
Nice little team. Let's not jinx it.
Why is Benny Bull carrying 2 blankets?
No.
What's going on?
The power rankings all said. Then we'll do that after week 8 as well.
Yeah,
Oh,
we're
yeah,
going to
we
do
got it.
quarter season.
Update the power rankings.
Right before the playoffs, too. Then.
Now, if we're kicking off with the last 2 segments of Face and Honest, we're gonna go a little pop off drop off.
Hey, now.
Love me some pop off drop off. Last week, my drop off AP, he had a bad game, but then he broke a 50-yard touchdown, which gave him the 19. But I predicted under 10, and he was right there. So I'm gonna chalk that one up to Mikey Mack. The old
That touchdown didn't really
the old
count,
Trotta man,
so
the old
I'm
Trotta
still
man.
good.
Chalk that one up. My pop off, Amari Cooper had a touchdown, but nowhere near came. I predicted like 8 for
Yeah, I thought
120
he
and
was
2
going to
touchdowns.
be...
He had 4 for 40 and touchdowns.
Still a touchdown, though. I mean, that's a nice game. I'll take it.
It's a little.
I would take it, definitely. This
A little-
motherfucking receivers.
A little running back duo for some pop off drop off. I'm gonna go with my pop off, a little Justin Forsett,
I like that. I think he's their whole offense now because nobody's there.
coming off his best game of the year with the 15 in fantasy against the Steelers.
No catches. Was
No
surprising.
catches. We gotta get him involved.
Yeah.
Talk to Flacco a little bit.
Fucking
Um,
Tressman, dude. What are you doing?
Here's the thing: Cleveland in general's run defense is terrible, garbage,
I think
worst,
it's worse than the league.
worst in the league. I think Forsett gets some touches in the backfield with Steve Smith being out. They're gonna try and get him the ball. I wouldn't be surprised if I see a little 25 carries from Justin Forsett this week.
I like that. I really like
I'm
that.
gonna go 25 for 120.
Does he get in the end zone, though?
Gets in the end zone.
Finally.
And not to mention like 3 catches for about 25 yards. I think Justin Forsett's going to give you a 25 to a 30 this week.
I need it because my receivers blow. Pretty bad.
I know the commish. So that's my pop off. Justin Forsett. Have yourself a day this Sunday. My drop off though. Devontae Freeman.
Devontae.
Devontae.
Devontae, that's what I said.
You said DeMonte.
I said why would I say
Daniel Monte.
why would I say Devontae?
That's what you said. That's what you said.
I know what I said.
Run it back.
I know what I said. Devontae. I know what I said. Devontae Freeman.
You want to take a $5 bet on it?
No.
Here's the
Hey, we haven't done a bet yet today. But anyways, keep going.
Here's the thing. Devontae Freeman, having yourself a year, leading the league in fantasy points is at the running back position.
Weird year for running backs this year.
Really weird.
This
Weird.
just cannot happen again, right? He's going against a Washington defense, second best run defense in the league. Not to mention only giving it up about like 78 yards a game on the run.
Washington's been surprising.
Don't count out Devontae Freeman in the pass game. I get that. And I would even say Devontae Freeman might be a 15, but for him, from these past 2 weeks, a 15 is a drop off. So Devontae Freeman, you will drop off this week.
If you have 15, I'll be excited.
I mean, 15 is still a nice play, especially with the running backs that people are starting this year. So
I'm gonna go under 12 then.
Oh, under
Wow.
12.
I'm feeling
Hey,
confident.
be a man.
ballsy.
Go under 10. I'll take a 12.
I'll go under 12.
no, I see him getting 15. I mean, you guys are pretty good.
So a little running back special in the pop off drop off.
All right.
And as always, what always follows a little pop off drop off.
Is it our favorite segment?
I think one of my favorite segments, besides all my segments that I created. The Commissioner's Corner. And there's multiple people that could have been in the corner. I'm kind of interested to see who you're going to pick, so why don't you take it away?
Yeah. Take a sip. Get ready.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's best time of the week. It's Commissioner's Corner. All right. This week, like we said before, there was multiple people that could have been in the Commissioner's Corner. But this week, it's going to go into the one and only Mr. McCarthy.
Oh, yeah.
Mr. Mac Daddy, Mike. What's the deal? The dude's 1-3, going on 1-4.
Going on 1-4.
Come on, you were a spectator for years, and I feel like you're still there, just sitting there spectating, all right? It's game time. Pick it up, kid. We brought you in to replace Eric, a top 5 fantasy football player,
Don't make us
And you-
regret it.
and you've done nothing but been the doormat of this league. And guess what? Everyone has been rubbing their feet on your team. So I'm begging you to step up. This is gonna be short because, like, Mike, I like you. You're one of my guys, and I vouch for you. So for my sake, step it up because you might be looking over your shoulder for the rest of the season. All right, we've had Thomas. I'm just saying this has been this has pretty much been like the white leagues for a long time.
We need some
We
diversity.
we need some diversity. No, don't let us kick out your Irish ass to bring in the old black guy. All right, so step it up, or you're gone. You know what? That's pretty much it for this week's Commissioner's Corner.
That was pretty.
There was
pretty easy on him.
Pretty easy, I know. But there was one person I really wanted to dig, but I didn't want to jinx myself in the future. But I want to go in on this dude because this guy just mind fucked himself out of the league. And you know what?
I don't.
Still
has a nice lineup, but-
does he need to even be named at this point?
We know.
Does he really?
We all know.
Always, you gotta give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah,
He is
it's
our-
still early. It's still early. I'm gonna let
reigning
these
champ.
trades work out. But the league has been very active.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it for the
A
Commissioner's
little,
Corner
a
this
little
week.
mild, Commissioner's Corner, but I understand that he's your boy. You gotta maybe, be kinder. Here's
Kind of
the
gentler words. Motivation, not so much negativity, bringing them down. Build them up. Bring them down, build them back up. You know what I mean?
I think this is a pretty good addition to Fantasy Lounge. Remember, follow us on Twitter, Sold Out Touchdowns League. Some great stuff.
Do we get our Instagram page going yet?
We haven't figured it out.
Yeah,
we still have technical
Still working on
difficulties.
it.
We don't know.
So follow us on Twitter. You get a lot of good stuff there. A lot of interesting memes and a lot of good videos.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does a great job. Does a great job with that. And also too, a new thing about the Fantasy Lounge. If you cannot make it to the 33rd in Emerald, we can Skype.
Go viral.
We can Skype you, and if you want to be on the show and you can't make it, let us know. We can put you on Skype. Okay.
Skype.
Whew. As always, we appreciate.
Hey, we got 3 Italians here today.
Yeah.
We appreciate you
about
taking time out of your day to join us in the lounge. And remember, it's never too late to come relax at the lounge. Take care, y'all.
Good night, Ellie.
Yeah, Bears.